The Omicron variant is more transmissible but produces less severe disease compared to the other COVID 19 variants. Welcome back to this channel. During the early days of 2022, I made a video explaining the role of T cells and not just antibodies in the body's battle against COVID 19, including against the Omicron variant. Please watch that video after this one if you haven't done so already. However, one hanging question I posted was that the study did not explain why the Omicron variant disease seems to be less severe compared to the other variants, particularly the Delta variant. For my third dose of research knowledge, I'd like to share two preprint articles that would help us understand why the Omicron variant, despite being highly transmissible, seems to produce COVID disease that is less severe. That is, people infected with the variant seem to recover quicker, and there are a lot less people being hospitalized. As with the last video, we will dissect the results and discussion of the study and see where it actually leads us. The first study is by Eleanor Bentley from the University of Liverpool in the UK and her co authors, which was posted on December 30th, 2021. This research was an animal model study where they compared the effects of the Pango B variant, an old UK variant, the Delta variant, and the Omicron variant on laboratory mice. They infected the mice with three variants through the nose, and they monitored the weight loss of the mice as a proxy for their overall health and disease progression. Viral load was also taken at three sites for each mouse: the throat using a throat swab, the nasal tissue, and the lung tissue. They found out that Omicron inoculated mice generally followed a similar pattern of disease as those inoculated with both the Pango B and Delta strains, but were able to recover quicker at around the fifth or the sixth day after inoculation. They also found out that viral loads in the nose and lungs of Omicron infected mice were significantly less compared to the Pango B and the Delta strains. Previous studies have mentioned that even in animal models, higher viral loads translate to greater disease severity. The higher your viral load, the worse your disease is, and the higher chances of hospitalization and death. They also did gross examinations of the mice lungs and found greater evidence of lung inflammation and pneumonia in mice infected with both the Pango B and Delta variants, while the lungs of Omicron mice remained largely unaltered. Histologically speaking, there were also lesser areas of consolidation and expression of the viral antigen in the Omicron mice. Consolidation is one of the features of pneumonia, while expression of the virus in lungs means that the virus is able to replicate in the lungs. In Omicron mice, both were seen, but to a lesser degree, meaning the severity of pneumonia in Omicron mice is lesser compared to the other variants. Their study is also supported by our next study by Michael Chan from the University of Hong Kong and his colleagues. Version 1 of this article was posted on December 22, 2021, and as of January 13, 2022, it is still under review. Chan's study used human tissue cultures from living donors taken from their upper airways or bronchus and from their lungs. They then inoculated the cultured tissues with various SARS-CoV-2 variants, including the Delta and the Omicron strains. Their findings suggest that among all the SARS-CoV-2 variants, the Omicron variant replicates fastest in the bronchus, particularly during the first 24 to 48 hours post-infection. This explains the high transmissibility of the variant and explains why Omicron is infecting a tonload of people everywhere in the world, in most cases even overshadowing the case rates of the Delta variant. However, the lower viral replication in the lungs of Omicron suggests that pneumonia cases from Omicron tend to be milder or even less probable. Histologically, this was also confirmed in that bronchial tissues all manifested with a virus seen in the picture as red-brown dots. In the lungs, these viral particles were also evident, but qualitatively less were seen among the Omicron infected samples. It is worth noting that these studies are both preprints, meaning we have to wait for their proper peer-reviewed version before we can commit to them fully. However, if the results are reliable, then these studies provide laboratory basis to what we are seeing in real life in the field, that Omicron produces more transmissible infections but less deadly disease. You should also consider that these studies were done in an experimental setting using limited animal and tissue culture samples. But of course, this approach has its own merits as well. As a final note, Omicron seems to be spreading very, very rapidly, as we all know, which is both a good and a bad sign. Given what we have discussed about its behavior previously and in this video, it is highly probable that Omicron will infect a lot of people in a short amount of time. However, this may also mean that these infections tend to be milder compared to previous variants and may actually provide robust or additional natural immunity against severe COVID disease, regardless of the variant. To summarize the studies in one line, the Omicron variant is more transmissible because it replicates in the upper airways very rapidly, but produces less severe disease compared to the other COVID 19 variants because it usually stays in the upper airways rather than going deeper into the lungs. Like and subscribe.